Hi, good afternoon, YouTube viewers. This is Big Bill coming to you live from my dining room. Well, actually, the wife's dining room. Catastrophe Railroad, a.k.a. South Brooklyn Railroad. As you can see, I'm all sweated up. I was downstairs on the layout. I was getting things ready. I was going to do it today, work on the layout, but the day just got away from me. You know, that nap ain't going to take itself. I'll tell you that right now, man. It just ain't going to take itself. So, you know, I got to maintain status quo here in my retirement thing. So I was downstairs doing preparation work, if you would be so kind. Yeah, I was downstairs doing preparation work, getting the, track ready, scoping things out, making sure everything's on the QT, making sure the workers are ready to go. Union's already clamoring about overtime and, stuff like that. But, I got it all figured. I got it covered. Got it covered. So we're going to do that tomorrow. And I'm going to shoot a video on that as well. But the thing is, this is lately, I guess what I want to say is an editorial here. Yeah, that's what I want to do, an editorial. There's a lot of stuff going out there. A lot of stuff happening in this world about it, man. That's crazy. It's going on. And I don't have to elaborate on it. You just got to turn the 6 o'clock news on. And you got to watch it. And it's totally nuts out there. But you know what's getting me a little crazy? Is I'm watching these, I'm belonging to these groups, on Facebook for railroading, and I'm watching you guys, I'm watching us guys, I shouldn't say you guys, I'm part of that, but us guys cutting each other down. Seriously, man. Like getting critical. I mean, there's a difference between criticism and then there's criticism. You know what I mean? It's like, guy tells me I'm not doing something right, or this is the way, I've done it and it's worked out for me, you should try it. That's it. But to be mean-spirited, to bring somebody to actual dropping the F-bomb, I mean, first of all, it's Facebook, okay? So we shouldn't take this all too seriously, because in the scheme of things, it really isn't that important. The basic idea, I think, behind the whole thing is to share our work, is to share our endeavors. For so long, we were in the basement. That's pretty scary when you think about it. We were in the basement for so many years before technology, iPhones, internet, online chats, video chats. We were in our basement. The only social recognition we got was at our clubs. If we belonged to the National Model Railroad Association, we went to our regional meetings or, state meetings. That's how we got it, and we exchanged with like-minded people, basically. The same people that believe the same things that we believe, and and we exchanged ideas, and yeah, we had a little, interreactions with each other. Some people you just don't like. You can't like everybody, and it's a natural, known fact. That's all right, but you moved on. But now with this technology, we're out there, and we're out and about. We're out of the basement. The light is on, and yet, like with this technology, when did all of a sudden we start reinventing the wheel? When did all of a sudden we start thinking we're better than everybody else? Don't get me wrong. Trust me when I tell you this. I'm not here to rain on anybody's parade, okay? I'm not. But I've just been watching the comments and things that people are saying to each other, and it's getting downright nasty. I mean, downright nasty. There's no reason for this, man. First of all, we're all grown men here, okay? We've been there, we've done that, and we got the T-shirt. I'm sure that if I were to speak into each and every one of your lives, there's a thing that's going on in your life that you don't let us know. I certainly don't let you know what's going on in my life. I certainly don't do that. But we've been around the block a couple of times. We've had our personal failures. We've had our personal back things. We've had a lot of things. But yet, this hobby is supposed to be for enjoyment, relaxation. I know that's why I got into it. What did you get into it for? I mean, I hope you got in for the same reasons I did. Relaxation. You're downstairs. You're doing around tinkering. Next thing you know, you come up with an idea. How do you think the welding shop came about? That was based on you guys. I've sent it out there, and the feedback was great. And I got some criticism. Some good, some not so good. But I don't get bent out of shape over it. Because, you know what? It's not real. Because in the long run, at the end of the day, it's for me. And that sounds selfish and self-centered, but that's the enjoyment I get out of it. So other people might get the enjoyment of like knocking other people down and saying really mean things. I think it's time to reevaluate, rethink our situations. You know, one man's ceiling is another man's floor. You know, really, you don't know my situation. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know my politics. You don't know my beliefs. But yet you feel it's your right to judge me, to tell me that I'm not doing it the right way. I'm using rattle cans instead of an airbrush. I'm not using this certain glue because it's not what everybody else is. It's not prototypical. It doesn't work that way. I don't understand it. I think we're better than that. I think we're better than that as a community. I think we've allowed our egos and our pride to get in the way. And I think that's just not right. I think it's a free society, a free, moment where we can share our thoughts, share our achievements, and share our failures. Because that's what it's about. That's why it's called Catastrophe Railroad. Okay? Take care. God bless.